All right, right into your questions. My voice is shot. I tell you what, amazing. Just having him here, he really has a genuine love for Bloomington and for Indiana. And just sitting in here and doing the video sessions and talking to him, and just as you see him on TV, it's just who he is all the time, And so just insightful on some things. I talked to him about some head coach, just get his advice on some of those items, and he's talked a little ball, but just enjoying him here with us and his dad and his family. So just really appreciate him coming and doing this with us and making it real special. But he's pretty fired up. He hadn't seen this place in, I think he said 41 years, So obviously he's changed a little bit. But very impressed with the facilities and the North End Zone addition, and obviously what we're doing in the South End Zone. So pretty special time for a program to have him with us.
Ramsey showed some good presence, made some good throws. I mean, is that the kid you've seen, all spring?
Yeah, not really surprised at all. He watched him last year when we looked at the scouts. As a true freshman, and coach's kid, a lot of moxie, a lot of confidence, a lot of toughness, good decision maker, really good football player. And he cares a whole bunch.
I guess you feel good about just having somebody there that can keep Rich, sort of push him at that position. Rich, obviously,
we all need that. We all need to be pushed. We all need to feel that there's somebody on my heels that keeps me sharp, keeps me focused, keeps me attentive to the little things. So yes, absolutely, and but not surprised at all the way he played tonight.
What do you think of the defensive side of the ball tonight?
Yeah, we got our team split pretty evenly, and didn't let them call a lot of things, which is by design. So I didn't think we tackled as well as we should have. Had a couple of offsides where they got us to jump. I didn't like that either. But kids competed. I think that don't have a lot of depth when you split the two groups and they use a little tempo. That can make it a little challenging. So, but that's part of it. We all knew that going in. So, but I thought it was really competitive on both sides. And when I went through, it's interesting that the game ended in a tie to go to overtime. Because when I went through and graded the draft, it came up even. I had both sides had the same number of positions I thought that they won, and so it was an even draft, I thought, and it was an even game. So that was pretty cool.
The fact to go overtime, was there any hesitation, or you wanted to?
No hesitation whatsoever. I want to create as many game-like situations as we can, and to me, that was perfect. Matter of fact, if you notice, there was a call that set up that last touchdown by the Cream team, and then they obviously ended up getting a 2-point conversion to tie it. But there was, I told them to reevaluate the call, and they did. Okay, so I just want to put us in tough spots. I want to be able to create that adversity. I want to be able to create on both the coaches and the players, and see how we respond. Because to me, that's where we want to be. We want to be finishing those games when it is fourth quarter, call goes against us, how you going to respond? You got to flush it, go play the next play. Because they didn't score on that play, but then we gave up a score right after that. So it's about mental toughness and developing that. So I was thrilled that it went to overtime.
Coach, did you get what you wanted to get out of the spring ball, your first with us?
Absolutely. I felt like, we wanted to improve fundamentally. You wanted to be able to experiment with some scheme. You wanted to be able to develop depth. And you want to kind of end the spring as a better football team. And I believe we've accomplished those 4 things.
Coach, you talk about Ricky Brickman's performance tonight, especially his receiving that night.
Yeah, and that's something that we feel like, and I feel like defensively, is something that gives us trouble when you try and get yourself some depth in your drops, and then they're just dumping the balls off to the running backs, and they make one guy miss in space, and it's a problem. So he's a good athlete, he's got good hands, and he's just a tough, hard-nosed kid that showed up in the bowl game, showed up in games when we needed him, and showed up again tonight, and just proud of his effort. But once again, not really surprised. That's kind of who he is. He's very consistent every single day.
You talked about your lack of depth, but nowhere more so than the running back position?
Absolutely. And we had a couple guys, with Mike getting hurt here during spring and Cole getting hurt last week. Really hope to get those guys, through spring to be able to play in this game. But they'll be fine. But, yeah, that's a position that we definitely are concerned about with our depth. Got a couple of freshmen coming in, in the fall, so that'll be great. But it just seems like no matter how many running backs you got, you can't have enough.
I know it's early, but Richard, kind of any idea of what happened there on that play at the end?
Don't really know for sure yet, but obviously he walked off and feel good about that. But I'll definitely go and find as soon as I finish right here, go check on him.
using Marcelino on offense a little bit?
Yeah, well, the defensive staff was like, something happens to that guy. So I said, he gets one play. You kind of saw the athlete he is, you know, and so I really wasn't that shocked. Although I told him, you know, you don't palm the ball. He's not Dion, you know, but he may get an interception, which he will, I'm sure. He needs to go do that, go score. But he's a gifted athlete, you know, good football player. That's what they usually do, make plays.
Would you ever do that in the regular season?
You never know. He looked pretty good, didn't he? Yeah, he did. So, you never know.
Alex Rodriguez seemed like the guy who's making the most of his carries in the backfield tonight.
Big,
That's something you
physical,
saw?
tough. Matter of fact, if you notice, he was the only back they had. He played every single snap. So he took pride in that too. So he came to me about halfway through and he said, Coach, I'm not going to let him sub me out. So mindset, toughness, I love it.
I know it's kind of early, but on that offensive side of the ball, just how pleased are you with kind of how far they've gotten on it? Not just install, but maybe grasping concept.
You know, I think that, I think you saw tonight, you know, that they have a good grasp of the base concepts that we've been installing and able to execute it, you know, and in a game-like situation. And it was a lot of different guys involved, you know, we played a whole bunch of guys. And when you do it like this, which is one of the benefits of having a true game. So really felt like that definitely made a lot of progress, feel good about where they're at. Obviously got a long ways to go, but good start, good foundation laid, ready to now to go to phase 2, which is our summer phase.
Sidney Cobb's another guy coming off an injury from last year. What do you think of his performance tonight?
He did a lot of good things. You know, he had the early drop. You know, we got to make sure those don't happen. But big physical guy. Still not 100% yet. You guys notice that he's not. He will be. But great to see him back out there. He cares a bunch and he's worked so hard to get back, and he has a presence about him. You know, so he's obviously a huge part of what we got planned for the future.
That throw from Ozzie James to Brooklyn down the sidelines, that's something you guys have been working on a lot? Or just
No,
kind of
actually, I gave them. We broke off the last practice, and they got to practice cream and crimson. And I put one indoors and one outdoors so they could kind of have some privacy. And I said they get 2 trick plays to install. That's it. They get two trick plays. You know, so they put those in basically on Tuesday and ran today. So sometimes you just work on a play a whole bunch. It doesn't work, and you work on a play one time, and it goes for a big play. So, but anyway, so you just I wanted to make it a little fun.
Overall, how pleased were you with the tempo that both teams played at?
I thought it was good. You know, we obviously with the depth, we had to make sure we controlled a little bit. But you know, that's kind of, you know, we're a tempo team. You know, and we want to be aggressive, attacking on defense. We'll be aggressive, attacking on offense, and that's the culture we have here, and that's part of our mindset, and part of the way we train, and part of the way we practice, and part of the way we want to play on Saturday.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Last one, Matt. After going through spring ball, I know you talked about it on signing day, but as seeing the team after 15 practices, it changed what you guys as you're playing going forward with recruiting as far as what positions you might target.
Yeah, you know, I would say probably, you know, the depth, the position, you know, kind of when you go through spring and you kind of see where guys are, you know, a year from, you know, when they got here, some of those younger guys, and the guys coming off an injury, see how he's progressing. So I think that forces you to be able to, you know, feel a little better about maybe a certain position or go after a different one, you know. So I think it's just always about depth, you know, where you feel like you have needs. You know, so there's no question our post-spring evals will be, you know, that will help kind of gear, you know, the final numbers that you take more than anything. Not necessarily who we're going after right now, but who you end up taking and solidifying in those final spots.
All right. Thanks, Tom.
Awesome. Appreciate you guys.
Players in the weight room?